the expression x to the fourth, y to the fourth, z cubed, x to the negative fifth, and that on the bottom equals x, r, s, and t, where blah, 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 x is this, y is... Okay, so what we need to do here is we're going to simplify our exponents. The easiest way to do this is I'm going to start with the inside. So we're going to have x, y, z, and we're still going to have it to the negative 3. So when we have an exponent, that basically means, let's see here. So we have x to the fourth and x to the negative fifth. And so when we multiply those, we're just adding the exponents. So this is going to be the same as x to the negative 1. Let's see, is that how I want to do this? No, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So I'm actually going to rewrite the whole thing. I know, it seems like a lot of work. It probably is. I think it's worth it. Just to keep us from making a mistake. Because this is going to be an accounting problem. And easy to make a mistake. So I'm going to start by x to the fourth. Then I'm going to do x to the negative fifth. And then to an x to the fifth on the bottom, to flip it to the other top, you just take the negative of the exponent. So x to the fifth on the bottom is the same as x to the negative fifth on top. And now I'm going to go to the y's. So now I'm going to do y to the fourth. I should change colors. Good call, green. Then there's no more y's on top. So then we're going to do a y to the negative fifth because it's on the bottom. And a y to the third on the bottom is the same as y to the negative third up top. There we go. And I'll put those together. Parentheses aren't needed there. I just want to do it. Now we go to the z's. It's going to be a z cubed times, oh, I forgot to cross that one out. Z to the negative 3 on bottom. Perfect. And this whole thing is going to be to the negative 3. So it doesn't look like we actually simplified things. We really didn't, but it'll make it easier. So I guess that does kind of mean it's simplified. So now we're going to add up all these numbers for the exponents. So this is going to be x to the negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. For y, negative 5 plus negative 3 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Z, 3 plus negative 3 is 0. Then we cube it. And when we cube it, what we do is we just multiply. Oh, that's supposed to be negative 3. Negative 3, negative 3. We just multiply. When you take an exponent to an exponent, you multiply the exponents. So what this is going to mean is we're going to have x, negative 6 to the negative 3. Negative 6 times negative 3 is 18. Y is going to be negative 4 times negative 3. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. Z to the 0 is 1. 1, so 0 times negative 3 is still going to be 0. So that's going to be z to the 0. I think that's pretty much it. So r, which is the x value, is 18. S, which is the y value, is 12. And z, which is associated with t, is going to be 0. So the idea with these exponents here is if you have an exponent and you want to flip it to the top, so y cubed on the bottom is the same as y to the negative third on top. Z to the negative 2 on the top is the same as 1 over z squared on bottom, because negative 2 times negative 1 becomes positive 2, and so you get z squared, 1 over z squared on the bottom. That's the concept there. And then when you do an exponent to an exponent, so x squared cubed, 2 times 3 becomes 6. So that's the whole idea with this one. You just play around with numbers, get things to work, make life a little bit simpler. Hope that helped. See you in the next one.